if you use the right side, the creative side of your brain, you could build an incredible business with your intellectual property, with your music, your drawings, your writings. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that and how to do that. All right, just here, as you can see, I just opened up a brand new music business, and those are the numbers for the week. All right, so this is not theory, this is from actual experience, and we're going to take it right to the whiteboard right now, and I'm going to let you know what's up. All right, so let's first start off with musicians, because I'm a fellow musician. All right, so you're doing music for commercials. You got a recording studio where clients and singers and rappers are paying you $100 an hour or $75 an hour or whatever it is for you to record them. You're doing music production, all of that good stuff, right? And you got a bunch of clients. So, you know, say for instance, you got a project this week and the client has done about 500 bucks, right? So 500 bucks, and that's for 5 hours. So you had 5 hours of work, and then you're like, whew, I gotta take a break. So you take a 2-hour break, right? And then you're like, I wanna sneak in some of my own music, right? And you do another 5 hours. That's 12-hour day right there, all right? You're exhausted. Then the next day, you've got that client wants revisions, and you start arguing with the client because he already paid you 500 bucks. It's like that. So with my business, what I do basically is I'll, first of all, step one, I'll find an audience. Okay? And then after that, I've found the audience, whether it's like, I'll give you an example. I had a relaxing music downloads website. The music was incredibly easy to do too. It was like, that's a track, 3 minutes. Seriously, and my customers loved it. In the customer service box, they'd send me testimonials like, dude, you've saved my life, I can go to sleep now, all that. True story. Also, one of the biggest hip hop beats websites on Google. You might have seen it for the last 10 years or whatnot. So find an audience, like for instance, with my Hip Hop Beats website, the customers were rappers and singers, and there were some churches, there were some nonprofit organizations, some podcasts that would all purchase my music, right? Now, step two is exactly that. Once you've figured out your audience, whether it's people who have sleep deprivation or people who need stock music, or if they have a newborn baby, they need baby music like Baby Einstein, etc. Once you figure out what your audience is, you package it, right? And so you got all these MP3s for download, and you put them on a thank you page, right? And then, you know, so for instance, let me do A, get a brand name, so you get your domain name. B, you're going to jump into some freaking site building, right? You're gonna build up a site. And then on the site, real important, you have a front page. Welcome, check out some of these beats or some of this music, and you have a few teasers, right? If you're giving away 100 beats or MP3s for a wedding, or if it's stock music or whatever, say you got 100 of them, you give some teasers, and those teasers are on the front page, right? Then you do a thank you page, all right? So between the teaser page and the thank you page, you go through your PayPal, right? Boom. And then once people purchase for like $30 or $40 for the package, then they end up on the thank you page, and that's where you got your download links. All right, step three, and I'll put that down here, is advertise. All right, how long was this? About 5 or 10 minutes, right? Look, what I want you guys to do now is click on the link below and come to my free webinar, and you're gonna love it. It's very, very action-packed, where we go over all of the business models, not just for music, but also for if you're a writer, or in which I went into every niche known to man, because as you know, once you set up these little generators, right, these little stores online, they run on their own, so you got free time to build new ones. And so I built dozens and dozens and dozens of them, everything from all of those music sites I was explaining, but then I got into writing dating books, I got into doing music lessons, and just freaking had a lot of fun doing it, made a ton of money and became really successful that way with intellectual property. This isn't for everyone, it's for people who have a creative mind. And so if you are somebody who has a creative mind, you're really gonna wanna open your eyes to these types of non-exclusive business models where you don't need to deal with clients. All right, I know from experience, that's what I was doing before I found out about this. And then it's a great feeling when the clients call you, or when a music house calls you, hey man, I got a new demo for you. If you're in the music production world, you know what that means, right? The advertising agencies are hiring you to compete with like 10 other music houses. And if you win, then you get the $1,600 or the $3,200 or something for like a week's worth of work, like hard work, right? With this, that account I showed you, it's just one of my accounts, because with Stripe, it's done with Stripe, you do it by the website. So I've got like 20 accounts that all look like that, and they're all on autopilot. So below here, click on the link, come to the webinar. I'm gonna show you all of these really cool business models, all these really, really awesome examples, and to help some of my fellow creative minds do big things online. That rhyme was unintentional. So thank you very much, and make sure to click on the link, come to the webinar, you're gonna dig it. All right, thank you.